Hello everyone, today I'm back with some more Greek competitive Pokemon tournament battles. Uh, it was a pretty nice Greek tournament going on around the city center, and I met many people. They're nice guys. I really had much fun there. I hope I'll go again sometime. And there were 4 rounds. I mean, the whole tournament was 4 rounds, which is pretty little, but well, this is Greece. Not many people attend Pokemon tournaments. This is the first guy. He was pretty good, I believe, but he had some main disadvantages because he didn't know that this wasn't a Smogon tournament. He just chose his normal team. He had an Aegislash and Blaziken, so I told him that they were Ubers, so he couldn't choose them in the battle. So he took 2 random Pokemon from his box. I understand that was a bit unfair for him, but well, he couldn't play against the rules, so let's begin this battle. I decided to lead off with Victini since nothing in his team really wanted to take a Victory except for Gastrodon, but even if he did lead off with Gastrodon, I could have easily U-turned that to my Venusaur. And he decides to lead off with Sorrow, the Sylveon. But why Sorrow? Sylveon is supposed to be a happy Pokemon. Okay, so that seems to be a bold, physically defensive Sylveon because it ate up this Victory very well. And he's gonna go for the Calm Mind, but that's not gonna be any useful because now Victini can still outspeed even at -1 since I am Choice Scarf, and Victini can easily outspeed right now and is going to finish Sylveon off with a Victory. If I hadn't gone for Victory with the Sylveon, predicting some kind of attack like Shadow Ball, that would have been bad since he could easily set up on my entire team, and then I could never beat the Sylveon. Now Gastrodon is easily gonna come in my Victory, and unquestionably I'm gonna switch into Venusaur, take anything from this thing, and it turns out that he's gonna go for the Scald and unfortunately gets a burn on me. But that doesn't matter since I can easily go for the Giga Drain and finish off this Gastrodon. But he's gonna switch out his Gastrodon and he's gonna send in the Emboar, and I'm gonna predict that and go for the Leech Seed instead of Drain, predicting something else to come out. So pretty much my burn is negated since I also got Sludge and Leech Seed recovery. And now I'm gonna switch, of course I'm not gonna stay in, I'm gonna switch back into Gyarados and take any hit from, actually Landers. Never mind, and I'm gonna switch into Landers because I was also fearing the Head Smash. But turns out he didn't go for, he did go for Flare Blitz. And Landers is not gonna feel it because this is an Impish max HP, max defense Landers. Now I can threaten him with an Earthquake, and he got scared of course of the Earthquake, and now he's gonna send Gastrodon in once again, but I'm gonna predict that and I'm gonna go for the knockoff, getting rid of that Expert Belt. In fact, I was expecting to see something like Leftovers or stuff like that, or Rocky Helmet, even Rocky Helmet, but I didn't expect to see Expert Belt. That was pretty weird. And now I'm gonna send in Latias to eat anything up and then finish it off. And in addition, nothing in his team could take a Draco Meteor except for Gardevoir, but I'm not too sure why he didn't send that in. So his Gastrodon is now gonna go down to the Draco Meteor from Life of Latias. And now he's easily gonna send in Gardevoir since my special attack is dropped and I can't do anything to Gardevoir. But of course I'm not gonna stay in and I'm gonna switch back into Victini, take any hit from this Gardevoir. And he goes to Mega, and unfortunately this is the Gardevoir he took from the red box. This is a random Gardevoir since he didn't have one before, as I mentioned before. And he's gonna show us the Draining Kiss, which is pretty weird. As I mentioned before, it's just a random Gardevoir. It wasn't a main Pokemon in his team. And Gardevoir is going to go down to the Vicreate. Victini is a beast. Nothing can really wall it except for Garchomp and Water types, more generally. Oh yeah, Mega Venusaur too. Maybe Mega Venusaur. Now he's gonna go for the Draco Meteor. I was predicting something like Trick, because on the previous match he showed me the Trick on Chansey. And now my Venusaur is gonna go down to that mixed prediction, but that didn't matter all that much because Venusaur was pretty much useless against his team, which is Emboar, Latios, and Noinfern. Venusaur couldn't do anything, so I just sacrificed it. Now Gyarados, I send Gyarados in and I'm getting a free Dragon Dance up. I don't even need to Mega Evolve on the Latios so far because a Crunch is easily gonna take out the Latios. Now he's gonna send the Noivern though. And now, of course, I'm gonna need to Mega Evolve this time. Because Noivern, I think, can take a neutral, non-stab Crunch from a +1 attack to Gyarados. So I'm gonna Mega Evolve, and Noivern is going down to this Crunch, definitely. And now she's only left with his Emboar, and Emboar is of course gonna go down to the Waterfall, and that means this is gonna be a 5-0 game against Self. So, our previous games were better, but okay, I happened to record only this one. But never mind, that was a pretty good battle as well. So moving on to the next guy, who's Michael. He's got a pretty good team, judging by the Mega Beater. I have always loved Mega Beater. It's still my favorite Pokemon, even though I don't use it anymore. Its defense is pretty bad, that's the only reason, and priority moves can easily kill it. And I'm really fearing that Groudon because nothing in my team except for Mega Gyarados can evolve this thing. I decided to lead up with Landers. I find it really hard to pronounce his name, so I'm just gonna call it Lando. Lando. Pretty good name. Okay, now I didn't expect to see Galvantula on this tournament, but unfortunately I can see that now because now he's gonna set up his Sticky Web and he's gonna go for the Bug Buzz. He's just gonna sacrifice Galvantula. He doesn't have much to do with it. I'm gonna go for the Earthquake. I'm gonna get a critical hit, which I don't think it mattered all that much. And he's down to his Focus Sash. Now, I don't know why he did that, but he switched out for some reason into his Sylveon. I could have gone for the Earthquake or Knockoff at this point. That would have been the better play, but still. I could U-turn out, and now I'm gonna easily switch back into anything I want. And that's gonna be my Victini. Once again, Victini is gonna take on the Sylveon, second time in this tournament. Now, I see left version of the Sylveon as well. And turns out the Sylveon is also Calm Mind later on. Actually, this turn. Okay, I'm gonna go for the Victory, and this is also a bold Sylveon, but this one had less defense investment, it seems. Or maybe it was Calm and I got lower rolled. I'm not so sure. He took that so very not well. But he took that. That's too fortunate, I think. Maybe it's a Calm Sylveon, not too sure. Anyway, he went for the Calm Mind as you saw before. And now I'm gonna send Chansey in, and it's lower than ever. So Chansey after the Sticky Web, it's lower than Slowbro, Slowking, Shuckle. Maybe it's like Shuckle. I'm not too sure. He's going for the Protect. I don't know why he's and the Protect. He could easily go for Calm Mind. And now I'm gonna wish up, and I'm gonna switch back into Victini as he's. What? I didn't switch out. Okay, I didn't switch out. Oh, I'm gonna go for the Toxic instead, as his own wish. And now I'm gonna switch out into Victini once again after the Lexus recovery, of course, and the Wish recovery. And Sylveon's gonna die to the Toxic really soon, so I'm like, well, it doesn't matter. Now we can free switch. And Victini comes in. He's gonna go for another Wish, I believe. Oh yeah, the Sticky Web is gonna be crucial in this match because Victini cannot outspeed anything. That wasn't a very close match, but still. The Sticky Web, I cannot outspeed Mega Beater with my Scarf Victini, that's very bad. Now Victini is gonna get a free Victory off on Sylveon, and that's definitely gonna be a KO, finally. Sylveon stayed in quite well, I believe, because the first Victory did quite well by the Sylveon. He tanked that. I can't believe he endured that first Victory. So Victini is gonna come back because I don't want anything from Groudon on my Victini. I'm gonna send Gyarados into tank and hit, and it turns out he's gonna go for the Swords Dance, not even Dragon Dance. He goes for the Swords Dance. That's very, very dangerous. So I got my Mega Gyarados in, and it was a stayed in. That's the first impression he made. He stayed in, and I was like, oh my god, he's gonna go for the superpower, but turns out he's gonna go just for a knockup. That still is a lot of damage, guys. Mega Gyarados is just so bulky that even knockup did a lot of damage. And now he goes for an Aqua Jet, which was pretty obvious, but I didn't want to risk my Gyarados dying to a waterfall. because judging by the damage knockoff did, waterfall would be enough to take me out. So I didn't go for the Dragon Dance after all. Now God is gonna come in, the Umbreon, and I was like, let's beat up God. So I go for the waterfall, and it seems like this Umbreon is very physically bulky, impish, max HP, max special defense. It seems like it anyway. So it tanks that very well, so I go for another waterfall, and it turns out lefties came in handy this time, and I got a lower hold, because that waterfall could have killed either way. And now God, the Umbreon, goes to Wish, and it was extremely obvious, so I went for my deck. I didn't want to waste any of my turns. And now he's gonna go back, almost full HP, because the left is recovery, Wish, and then left is again. And now I'm gonna go for the waterfall, and that doesn't finish off God, as he finishes off my own Gyarados. I mean my own Pokemon, which is Gyarados. Anyway, and I'm going to finish off my Gyarados, but Gyarados did its job. It walled Crawdon, which was the only problem to my team, and now Lando is easily gonna come in, and I could have gone for the Earthquake right there, because Beedrill and Klefki are his only last two Pokemon which could easily be taken out, but for some reason I went for U-turn, never mind. So I'm gonna send Victini in for some reason, but I forgot about the spikes. And now Kingdom Key is gonna come in. Kingdom Key, I mean, this guy is also a Kingdom Hearts player. This is my favorite Klefki. Kingdom Key, wow. I couldn't expect to see something like this in the entire tournament, but I did. Oh my god. Finishing off this Klefki was actually a bad feeling. This is my favorite Klefki of all time. Kingdom Key, guys. And now Mohamed Abi. This guy is a pro on nicknames, the best nicknames ever. So I'm gonna let Victini die because I don't need it anymore. It's pretty much finished. Come on, it can't do anything. And he goes for the Protect. Victini is paralyzed. I don't know why he didn't go for the Poison Jab straight from the beginning. He could easily outspeed me. I mean, I'm at -2 speed and Choice Scarf, which means I'm at -1. Well, no, I was also Thunder Wave, so that means it was a lot lower than half. And Mohamed Abi is gonna go down to my Landers Earthquake, and that was a great game. Thanks a lot for playing. Glad to see that I wasn't the only Kingdom Hearts fan in the entire tournament. Now let's move on to the last one, who is Red. Yes guys, Red. The last guy is Red. The guy I've made a few videos about, like the power of Mega Charizard X and the Mega Gardevoir Sweep. I actually got a free pass in the third round because there was no opponent for me, so yeah. Let's begin this battle. This is gonna be a way too long match. I didn't have too many counters against it. I mean, I didn't have switches for his team. Azumarill just could have swept me because my Venusaur is not entirely defensive, so I can't take any hit. Now I got the worst lead possible. Perfect. I mean, Landers against Keldeo, that's the worst thing that could happen. And it did happen. So I guess the matchup is all that matters in this battle because he's really good. He's a really good player. Now I can't do much in this battle. I just tried to beat him. We played 3 games. Yeah, this is the he beat me on the first game. I beat him on the second game, and now this is gonna be the last round. I went for the lead seed on chances, so and now I'm gonna send in Gyarados. I'm gonna try to set up on this thing because I got the lead seed, and whatever he goes for, I'm gonna take it. Since I said, okay, lead seed on chance is one of the best things that can happen. I went for the Dragon Dance and he sends in Skarmory. Like, can I 2-hit KO this thing? I went for the Mega Evolution. Mega Gyarados is extremely powerful. After the one Dragon Dance, I should be able to 2-hit KO this thing, right? Right? I go for the Waterfall. And what's the damage? No! It's just not enough. Oh, and now I have to just risk the flinches or defense drops. I just wanted to risk because then I could maybe take down this wall. Because in the roost I don't get a defense drop. That's unfortunate. And I only get Rocky Helmet damage. Now I'm gonna go for the flinches. I'm gonna get the flinch. I'm gonna get Rocky Helmet damage, but no flinch. She's gonna go for the roost again, but I can't afford to lose any more of my health, so I switched out Gyarados. That was only bad what I did right there. It was only bad because I lost too much health from my Gyarados, and now Skarmory is back at full, and he got some later spikes up. That's extremely horrible. That was a huge mistake on my part, a huge misplay. And I'm just gonna easily switch into Chansey because God, Latias is the best counter he's gotten yet. I mean, there's no perfect counter for Latias, but Chansey can take its hits pretty well. Now Landorus is gonna come in. I wanna knock this thing off, but of course it's gonna expect it. That's pretty easy to expect. I mean, look, all Landorus is carrying a knockoff, so he's gonna switch out into Skarmory again. At least this time I'm gonna knock off the Rocky Helmet. And thank God this thing is gone. I can easily physically hit it now. Like, Victory can come in and victory this thing. I'm gonna go for the U-turn, of course. I'm not gonna stay in Skarmory. No way. And I'm gonna switch out. I'm gonna go back to... Let's remember. I'm gonna go back into Chansey. I wanna Wish Pass to Gyarados at this point because Gyarados is pretty much taken down by the Rocky Helmet. Just Rocky Helmet, seriously. I'm gonna go for the Wish, and Azumarill comes in. It's horrible. Now Azumarill can knock off anything he wants or flare off me. And I'm gonna switch back into Venusaur. Unfortunately, I couldn't switch out into Gyarados because I cannot risk anything, and Azumarill is choice banded, judging by the too much damage he caused to my Venusaur. He dealt to my Venusaur, and now he's gonna send Azumarill in again. And unfortunately, he sends Gardevoir. If I made this prediction right now, if I had gone for Sludge Bomb, this would have been over. This match was this was game for me. But I went for the lead seed. Okay. I'm gonna switch back into Victini. I really don't want my chances to get taunted because on the previous game he showed me his taunt. So now it's gonna become Mega Gardevoir, and I'm not gonna take the Psy Shock really well. But of course I got the lead seed up, which means I'm gonna get a little bit of health back. And now Gardevoir is pretty much... It does have to come in, right? He does send it back. And he sends Starmie in, which is a bold, physical defensive Starmie, I think. So I'm gonna go for the U-turn, and Starmie is right a little bit more than half. I mean, the damage U-turn caused was a little bit more than half. And now I'm gonna send Chansey in, take any hit from this thing, and I'm gonna go for the win. I'm gonna try to once again bring back Gyarados and restore its health. But Gyarados, I didn't realize that his team was so good against Gyarados. Cannot do anything to his team. I mean, Keldeo and Skarmory can on themselves, on their own, counter Gyarados and Azumarill as well. So he's gonna switch back into Azumarill. I'm gonna switch back into my Gyarados. Actually, Victini. Yeah. I also need Victini for this game because only Azumarill can take hits from this thing. Actually, I've got Ball Strike. Anyway, Victini can do quite some job with this team. Venusaur as well. Venusaur was my winning condition. I just couldn't afford to lose it. So every time Venusaur comes in, there's a water type on my opponent's side, and he's gonna send back and he's gonna go back into Skarmory. I'm gonna predict that. I'm gonna go for the lead seed. I'm never gonna go for the Sludge Bomb. I'm never gonna go for the Sludge Bomb because he's got Skarmory, and I just cannot finish off anything in his team. And we're like 20th turn, I believe. Okay, and nothing has happened. No Pokemon has been beat so far. So he's gonna go for another layer of spikes. So I'm like 2 spikes up on my team. I think 1 spikes and 1 Stealth. Not too sure. So he's gonna switch out Skarmory and he's gonna go back into Keldeo. I'm gonna predict his Keldeo to come in. I'm not gonna go just for the waterfall for no reason. So I got the crunch off. Just a justified boost, which is not too good, but it's not gonna help him any because it's not a physical Keldeo, you know. but he predicts my Venusaur to come in. He's gonna go for the Icy Wind. Now I have to switch Venusaur back because another Icy Wind is easily gonna take out my Venusaur. It's definitely a 2-hit KO. It's after he missed, but I'm not gonna risk the miss. Never mind. And yeah, one Stealth Rock, one Spikes, as you saw, judging by the damage. Now Victory is gonna take that like a beast, like a boss. Why do I keep saying like this? It's just a mistake. So he's gonna switch back into Starmie. I'm gonna predict that, of course, and I'm gonna go for the U-turn. So one Pokemon on his side is finally down. Bye Starmie. See you never again. So I'm gonna switch Victory back in, and I'm gonna send Latias out because I really need to get those spikes and rocks out of here. I don't want them in the field. And he's gonna send a Azumarill in. Now my Venusaur is at such low health that I'm gonna need to sacrifice Gyarados. Gyarados can't do much to his team, and he does go for a knockoff, which means this means that Gyarados is gonna take another hit and then die. Now I'm going to go for an Earthquake, and at least before Gyarados died, it did get some damage on that thing. That's pretty good. So now I'm gonna send Venusaur in once again, and I'm gonna get hit pretty bad by the Stealth Rocks and the Spikes, and he's gonna send Gardevoir. If I hadn't gone for the Sludge Bomb, I would have won again. But seems like I predicted my Giga Drain because I was at such low health, but I did go for the Synthesis, thank goodness, because Giga Drain wouldn't have done much to Gardevoir. So anyway, I'm gonna switch back into Chansey, take any hit from this thing, but yeah, Stealth Rocks and Spikes are gonna be so dangerous in this match. They have so much meaning. I mean, Red, if he doesn't play with Stealth Rocks and Spikes, he cannot play Pokemon without them. It's just, oh my god. Okay. So I'm gonna switch back into the Landers. I'm gonna expect to leave Hyper Voice, but I forgot the Stealth Rocks were up, and maybe that mattered. That totally mattered. Stealth Rocks in this match, as you can see, maybe Landers could take one Hyper Voice if it was a little above the health it was before it got killed. So I have to go for the default because I need to send Victini in. I wish I had sent Latias in before Landers died, but now that's not gonna matter because the game is pretty much set. Victini come in again, and nothing pretty much wants to tank a Victory, yeah, except for Chansey, which is gonna, he's just sacrificing Chansey. He doesn't need all that much at this point, so it does a little bit more than half. That's pretty good. This also indicates that Victini is very powerful, and I'm gonna switch back into Venusaur, take any hit from this thing. I mean, only Seismic Toss. He doesn't have anything except for Seismic Toss in this thing. And now it's gonna be a stall game between Skarmory and Venusaur. Let the stall game begin. I go for the lead sheet, of course, because I needed some health back. And this Skarmory is not like all the others. It knows Brave Bird. Yep, it knows Brave Bird, guys. That's horrible. I'm gonna go for the Giga Drain because I don't have anything else to do. It's just only Victini and Venus are alive. So he's gonna go for the Brave Bird with no attack investment. Look at this damage. Oh my god. Venusaur just stands no chance against this thing. Now at least it gets recoil damage and he doesn't roost up. That's pretty good. And now I'm gonna just go for the Synthesis. I need Venusaur to stay alive. I'm gonna go for the Synthesis, as I said before. Okay. And he's gonna go for another Brave Bird, and this is almost gonna finish off my Venusaur. Look at this. This is no attack investment. Oh my god, maybe I should start running Bold Venusaur. Bold Mega Venusaur, but I really enjoyed running Mega Gyarados. It's so powerful. And now Gardevoir is easily gonna come in and finish off my Venusaur. I don't know why he didn't send a Azumarill in. It was just pretty much over. He could have activated my Venusaur and Victini, but well, Gardevoir is gonna finish off the game. I mean, no, Keldeo is gonna finish off the game. Yeah, Victini is gonna go for, as a hero. Victini is gonna go for the last Victory, and Gardevoir goes down to the Victory. Victini, you were so useful in this game, but unfortunately he's gonna finish me off. I mean Victini. Victini is gonna get finished off by Scald, and that was a pretty good game, a pretty good battle. I can even say that it was educational. I mean, all the hazards, they do so much work, guys. Hazards are OP. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and see you guys next time.